What's good everyone? It's 23MJ88 back with another video today. And for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the performance review of the Air Jordan 12 in the playoff colorway. All right, so just before getting started today, I just wanted to shout out MJO23Dan. He has a great video. If you guys want to see a comparison of the Air Jordan 12 in the playoff colorway with the originals from 97 and the 2022 retro, I'll share a link down in the description. I'm sure all of you guys know, but MJO23Dan has a great channel where he always does comparisons of the originals or previous retros to the newest one. So check out his channel if you haven't checked it out before. So as far as some of the details go for the Air Jordan 12, as you can see here, there is a little tab that does say Jumpman. You do have two plastic eyelets at the top. These used to be metal on the originals and the 04 retros, as far as I remember. Now they're plastic. They do have little Jumpmans, as you can see here. It does kind of have a faux lizard print on the white panel here. Tumbled leather up top. On the heel, it has a 23 at the base with a Jumpman at the top. And then if you turn the shoe sideways, it does read Jordan, quality inspired by the greatest player ever. On the medial side, you have some more of that faux lizard print with two more of the plastic eyelets. And then at the tongue here, you have a red Jumpman up top with 2, and then there's a 3 here for 23. And then on the bottom of the shoe, you got herringbone traction with a little red 23 here and a Jumpman kind of peeking out at the toe right here. And then as far as who designed this shoe, it was the iconic Tinker Hatfield. He basically designed everything from the 3s to the 15s. Here it's no different. So obviously Tinker did a fantastic job. I absolutely love the look of the 12s. It's a pretty big departure from the 11s with the patent leather, but for me, the 12s are very classy looking, especially with that full grain leather upper. All right, so just getting started, we're gonna start off with the cushioning on the Air Jordan 12s. As you can see here, it does have a file-on midsole in the heel and kind of a textured portion here in the forefoot. Same thing on the medial side. And embedded within the midsole, you do have a full-length Zoom Air unit. I have one right here from my 2004 pair, as you can see here. So it's got tensile fibers inside of this bag that are for quick response. And basically it's just an airbag with tensile fibers. So when you step, you can definitely feel the spring back within your step. And it's just a super comfortable cushioning system. Actually, it's probably my favorite cushioning system of all time, Zoom Air. So I definitely enjoy the cushion in these. And yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I've always loved the cushion setup in the Jordan 12s, and they do differ from the Jordan 11s slightly. As you can see here, this is the Zoom Air bag, which is in the 12s, and in the 11s, you have a full-length air sole unit. So it's similar, but it doesn't have those tensile fibers, as you can see here, and it has those little impressions everywhere. So when you step, this isn't as quite comfortable, in my opinion, as the Zoom Air in the Air Jordan 12s. Something that I really enjoy about the cushioning is you have that really springy feeling underfoot, but you're actually pretty close to the ground in these, especially in the forefoot. So for me, it's an awesome setup. Even today, 25 years later, Nike and Jordan Brand are still using Zoom Air right now in a lot of their shoes. So as far as the cushioning in the Air Jordan 12s, I would have to give it a very solid 9 out of 10. All right, so as far as the traction goes on the Air Jordan 12s, you have two pods, one in the forefoot and one in the heel, and it is herringbone. As you can see, it runs in a horizontal pattern. This traction is fantastic, honestly, indoors or outdoors. I did play in my 2004 pair outdoors in the summer after the season was done, and they did last the whole summer outdoors. But honestly, if you want a tried and true traction, this is it. Pretty much no wiping is needed on these. I could just go out and play and enjoy these, and there was no sliding around at all. Lateral cuts, moving forward, spin moves, you are covered with the Air Jordan 12s. So as far as the traction goes on the Air Jordan 12s, I would have to give it a very solid 9 out of 10. Again, you can use these indoors or out. these will have you covered pretty much on any surface, even dusty surfaces. They do pick up minimal dust, but if you do give it a quick wipe, you'll be fine for several plays after that. So the Air Jordan 12 has fantastic traction. So as far as the fit goes on the Air Jordan 12s, I have to say that these do run true to size. They're not an extremely narrow shoe, so if you're a wide footer or a semi-wide footer, you should be okay going true to size. But if you want that thumb's width of room, go up half a size, because these are size 10.5, and my toe is just right before the end of the shoe. It's comfortable for me on court. I do like that 1-to-1 fit. It's really no different here in the Air Jordan 12s. So as far as if you're gonna be ordering these online, I would say go true to size and you'll be safe. But again, if you're a wide footer or you do like that thumb's width, go up half a size and you'll be okay. And again, as far as the fit goes, they have great lockdown. There's really no movement within the shoe after the break-in period. Prior to the break-in period, you will have to adjust your laces a few times while you're playing, because obviously this leather is going to be starting to break in and getting softer. It won't be as stiff. So just remember that this shoe does take some time to break in. But as far as the fit goes on these, I would have to give it a very solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, especially after that break-in period. So as far as the support goes on the Air Jordan 12s, this is a mid-cut shoe, as you can see here. It does taper down a bit towards the heel, and then in the heel you do have an internal heel counter, which is plastic, and it really keeps you covered as far as keeping your foot locked down and offering some support in the heel. The shoe offers a really wide and stable base as well. There is no outrigger here, but for me, I really had no issues. And then embedded within that outsole, you do have a carbon fiber shank plate for torsional rigidity. As you can see here, this shoe does not flex much. In the forefoot, you'll have no issues, but as far as offering support and torsional rigidity, this shoe will have you covered through and through. As you can see here, I do have a shank plate from the Air Jordan 12 in 2004, the French Blues. And something that's interesting, as you can see here, is the 11s is a lot longer. It extends out into the forefoot, and they definitely cut it short on the 12s, possibly restricting Michael a little bit more than he'd like. But as you can see here, it's not quite as long in the 12s. But again, it just is basically built within the outsole to provide that torsional rigidity and offer you a nice spring in your step. As you know, Nike is using these within the Nike Alphafly running shoes, and they were almost banned by the Olympics, but they didn't end up getting banned. But some people were saying that carbon fiber plates offer too much of a spring in your step, and for Michael, it was more for support. But as far as the support goes on the Air Jordan 12s, I would have to give them a very solid 9.5 out of 10. It's just a fantastic supported shoe. If you're 1 through 5, this shoe will have you covered, and I absolutely love the support within the Air Jordan 12s. So as far as the materials go on the Air Jordan 12s, for me, they're not bad. As far as the black leather goes, it is pretty soft. It's very tumbled, as you can see here, and there wasn't a lot of break-in time with this leather, but the leather on the rand here, the white leather, is very plasticky. As far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much trash. It's really rock hard from the get-go. It does soften up, but as you can see here with the creases, it just looks bad. It feels bad. It's not really textured at all. I know on the originals and the 04s, it was very textured, similar to the midsole, how it protrudes. But here, it's honestly just really flat. Same thing on the medial side. So for me, the materials are nothing special. I do like the black leather, but as far as the Jordan 12s, the originals, and the 04 retros are where it's at. So for me, I would have to give these a 7.5 out of 10. Nothing special, but again, it's just, I really enjoy raw materials, very nostalgic for me. So as far as the weight goes for the Air Jordan 12 Retro, these do come in at 18.9 ounces. So this is a very heavy shoe. Obviously the construction of the shoe being leather, but as far as the Air Jordan 11 goes, for comparison, these do come in at 17 ounces even. So obviously the 11 was a lot lighter as far as the material and the build of the shoe. But again, Jordan 12 is great for its cushioning, support, and traction. So can I recommend the Air Jordan 12 all these years later in 2022? if you can get past the retail price of $210, which is what these are currently being retailed at, which I think is absolutely outrageous. But if you can get past that price point and past the break-in period of about 3 or 4 hours, which these do take, I think this is an absolute go. You know, it is a leather shoe. So for me, I think the shoe would serve a great purpose for a player in practice, as it's a bit heavier. It offers that great cushion, traction, and support, but it is a bit of a heavier shoe, so it'd be great for practicing and then wearing a more, I guess you could say, modern basketball shoe nowadays for games, as it'll be lighter. They'll feel lighter on their feet. But again, I think this would be a great practice shoe for me moving forward. I'll definitely bring these out to the gym every now and then, as I really enjoy the setup, the look of the shoe design-wise. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So again, if you can get past that price point, and again, the break-in time with that leather, I think these are an absolute go 25 years later. And then as far as this shoe, and especially this colorway, I do need to give a shout out to the homie on Instagram, MA76bball. I don't know if there's anyone out there that loves this shoe, especially this colorway, as much as he does. I really enjoy it. I know he enjoys it. So moving forward, I'll definitely have to bring these out again. So that's going to do it for today's video on the Air Jordan 12 Retro Performance Review. As I stated, I did play in these in 2004. I absolutely love the shoe on court back then, and today it's really no different, minus some of the material changes. But for me, I absolutely love this shoe. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, stick around for the on-court footage at the end of the video. Until next time, peace.